toast to their career.
The perfect combination, boy.
Hip hard legends in the South.
This is sports fans' only home for the hottest sports show around. These guys are on fire.
You're now listening to KJ and Shawn Mack. Now let's talk some damn sports.
Welcome back to another edition of Last Take with KJ and Shawn Mack, and we're broadcasting live from Bridgeport, Connecticut in this nasty snowstorm, man. Looks like we're going to get about 18 to 24 inches of snow. But while we're snowed in with you guys, we wanted to talk a little Larry Bird. We wanted to get into a discussion of our Mount Rushmore of greatest basketball players. So we decided to talk on Larry Bird and the Celtics. So, yeah, let's get into it. I want to know what your opinion is, Shawn Mack. What do you think? And I know he's
I can't even get a how you doing.
Oh, what's up, man? My bad.
Not much. Just want to welcome everybody, get them with a little bit of. All right, now that's out the way. Honestly, K, Bird, reason I wanted to talk about this topic for sure. He's in my top 5. Seems like history done forgot about him. They only want to bring him up during certain times. But he's always been in my – first he was in my top 3. It was Bird, Magic, Jordan, right? Jordan, Magic, Bird, any type of way. Then Jordan stayed there. Magic got pushed out a little bit, but Bird seemed like he just done faded into existence. They got him at like number 15 or something like that. But we here to let people know I got time today, so let's go.
Let's get it.
All right, you want me to hit you with some stats on Bird?
Yeah, let's start off with that. Hit him with a little bit of stats.
All right, I'm going to hit you with some stats. First of all, these stats are better than KD's any day, any given time. So check it out. He played 897 games, averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. 50% from the field goal, 38 from the three-point line, 88 from the free throw. Check out these stats. 12-time All-Star. Every single year he played. 3-time champion. 10-time All-NBA. 3-time All-Defensive Player. Rookie of the Year 1979-1980. Also made the All-Rookie team. 2 times Finals MVP. 3 times MVP. And he played for only from 1980 to 1992 in 12 years. Those stats, KD can't get those stats.
What Bird did in a short span of time, let's say from 80, what was his first year in the league?
79, 80. And he won a championship that year.
80. So what he did in about, let's say, a 9-year period, he absolutely dominated. You would say it's probably Bird and Jordan, right? In that era, I mean, you had a lot of great players in that era.
Yeah, you had Magic. It was Magic,
Bird and Jordan. Yeah, but as far as being that killer, the killer instinct and being the man on your team, like Magic was the man, but Bird had a lot of help, but I think Magic had more. Who do you think he had more help, Lakers or the Celtics?
I would have to say the Lakers. Magic had a little bit more help, but he was running the point guard, so different position.
Definitely different positions. So, yes, I guess at point guard, Magic did dominate, but Bird, man, the things he did in his basketball IQ. I think his basketball IQ and his defense, to me, his defense is what stands out over Magic Johnson. That's why I always put Larry Bird over Magic Johnson for that simple fact. And he was always tops in the league in steals. He got his fair share amount of blocks. Always key steals at key times. You remember that game against, what was that, Detroit, when he stole it from Isaiah Thomas on the inbound?
And Bird steals the ball.
Exactly. That's such an iconic moment. But, he has an all-time highlight for defense. You can't say that about Magic Johnson. You can't really say that about a lot of all-time greats, actually. You got your Michael Jordan.
Most of them.
Yeah, so I think the defensive part is what stands out about him, especially when you're talking about him or Magic Johnson. Would you say Larry Bird, that was his era? Even though it was Magic and Larry, I just feel like Larry dominated more than Matt. I know it's different positions.
I would say, especially because he was by himself. Like, you know what I mean? He had help, but he was the lone scorer. Exactly. And honestly, you can't tell me one person that had more heart than Bird.
Nobody except Jordan.
And you know what? I can't even say he had more heart. He had more skills. Jordan had more skills. Put it this way. If you had a choice, right, and we picking teams, and you go, if you pick Jordan or LeBron or anybody else, I'm going to feel comfortable with my second pick being Bird because I know a healthy Bird none of them have more heart than him. He just was limited in his skill sets. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you're saying. I just think the athletic, that whole athletic thing is the only thing that separates him. I don't know who I would pick. Looking back on it now, if you had a playground and you're like, you have to start your team with a captain, Larry.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to take Larry Bird, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you can't go wrong. You might have Jordan, a LeBron, a Kobe, but I know Bird's gonna give me his all, and he's gonna leave nothing left, like not on the court. He's gonna have nothing but heart. No one's gonna be able to stop him. It's just gonna be a shoot off.
Just a quick little history lesson for you younger kids out there. I forget what team it was. I want to say, was it Washington? I forget. He was playing against some team, and they went into like overtime or double overtime. You might remember the story. Okay. And he told the other team's bench, he told the coach, he told the person that's guarding him, he was like, I'm about to just shoot this three in the game. He was like, I don't feel like playing no more. And all they needed was a 2 to win the game. No, a 2 to tie it to go to the next overtime. And he said, you know what? I just want to shoot the three. He shot it from some crazy spot. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Not sure what game, or was it a playoff series? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the dude just launched up a three, and they say he walked off the court. You know what Curry does now when he just shoots it and just walks off? He did that, and they won the game, and he just walked off like it was nothing. So.
Yo, it's some ill Bird stories. I got a couple stories. He would get the ball boy to find out what was the highest score in any arena he was in and tried to break it every night.
See, that's Jordan stuff, right?
Bird he played a game left-handed just because he wanted to. I think he dropped like 30.
Yeah. He said he wanted to save his right hand for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Another quick story. Craig Hodges won the three-point contest. They talked to him about Larry Bird. He was like, Bird know where to find me. So they told Bird what he said. And Bird said, yeah, I know where to find him, at the end of the damn Bulls bench.
Yeah, you don't hear stories like that no more.
No.
Those are classic. That's classic stuff right there. Now my question to you is,
okay,
now that LeBron has emerged into the player that he is, now everybody has Michael Jordan right now, number one.
Yeah.
Now, as years go by, I don't know what LeBron's going to – skill-wise right now, I think LeBron is almost just as good as Kobe.
Yeah.
Right now. Not his whole career. Talking about right now, this moment, I think LeBron's skill as far as shooting, even his handles has gotten better. He's not as good.
He can pretty much do what he wants.
Clumsy like he used to be.
Yeah, he can do what he wants now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think who you picking now? Now our top five.
Out of who?
First, I want to hear
wait, who you mean?
No. Our Mount Rushmore of basketball players. Everybody had Larry Bird in there. That was hands down about 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
I think people's opinions have.
I've seen a lot of people sneak KD. They've tried to sneak KD past Bird, and I hate that. And they be trying to sneak LeBron past Kobe. Not quite sure just yet, because of the rings, right? So I would go Jordan, no particular order. I'm just going to name them, so don't get offended, anybody. Don't leave a comment. Hey, well, you know what? Leave it anyway. We'll discuss some shit. I got Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Bird, Magic. I go 5 on Mount Rushmore.
Ooh. So you're not going to have. All right, here's my you can't argue with that. Can't argue with that.
Who am I missing? Who you got that I don't have?
I have to put Kareem in there, just because.
I know.
What I mean, he was center.
He was like Bird, forgotten about, and then I think a lot of this generation and the last generation before us start realizing his stats. But if we're gonna do that, can't we just put Wilt because he has his own stat book?
And that's another thing. And then you guys go back. If you guys go back a couple weeks ago, I did a show on Wilt Chamberlain. I was talking about the GOAT. Is it LeBron or Michael Jordan? And I said, don't forget about Wilt. That's a tough one, man. So this is what I'm going to do. I can't decide between Wilt or Kareem, but you got to have one of those guys. In my opinion, how can you not say Wilt I said this in the video. Do you know Wilt was bench pressing 480 pounds when he was 56 years old?
Yeah, and that's a few years before he passed.
Now imagine what he was doing when he was 28. Like, I don't think that people understand that he would have dominated, in my opinion, in any era. It doesn't matter when he played.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Even in this era, because he had a little hook shot that could do something from like 10 feet away.
And when we compare eras, we got to understand, like for a player like Wilt, if he played in this era, he would have developed a jump shot. Just like if LeBron would have played back in the 80s, his game would have been different because you would have had, you couldn't play the game they play now because the game didn't allow you to play that way. Yeah. So when people say, oh, he couldn't play in this, he would have grew up with the same players that Jordan, and I think LeBron, this is just me on LeBron, I think he could have survived that era. Now back to Larry Bird. Well, back to my top five. Kareem, Wilt, however you want to put it. Then you got to put Jordan. I say LeBron. I say Magic. And then I say, I'm sorry, you're not going to like this, but I have elevated KD into the top five. And the only reason being, not saying he has more heart or he's better skill-wise. I just believe if I had to pick prime KD or prime Larry Bird, I think I'm going to pick prime KD. Just for what he could do things that Larry Bird can't do. Like what? Just physically, he can't just shoot over anybody whenever he feels like it. Yes, he can. Like he has some makeup. He could. No, not over anybody. Over anybody? Yeah, he's 6'9". He did it back then. Let's say he played now and KD's checking him. He can't. He shoot over. Just raise up and shoot over KD. Well, shoot over him is different than he can get a shot off. He could definitely get a shot off. Bird get a shot off. His size would not affect Bird's shooting ability. That's why I said Larry Bird's skill set is probably, no, not probably. His skill set is more than what KD has to offer, just because KD can pull up from anywhere and nobody can stop it. If he's on, there's nothing you can do about it. True, but remember this. Bird are getting KD head. He's fragile up there. That's true too, and I you know that. Imagine a 7-game series of Bird just talking shit all day to KD. Do you think he talks more shit than Russell Westbrook? Because I've seen Russell Westbrook. Russell can't do what Bird do. Well, that's true too. KD doesn't have to worry about the fury of, like, you know, what Bird would bring to the table. Yeah, if Bird come out and tell him, I'm gonna beat you game 1, I might let you get the second game, but best believe I'm gonna get 3 and 4. And he does it and he's up 3-1. KD's done. To me, it comes down to mental with them too. And I hate that people done jumped him over Bird. But people, man, I got time today, cuz Bird is the man. The only reason why I'm saying that is just not based off of anything Kevin Durant has done previous to this point. I'm just basing it off of, if I had to pick, if I had an NBA franchise right now and you had prime Larry Bird and prime KD, I got to give one of them $100 million. I'm giving it to Bird, baby. You know why? Really? Because you said prime. You said prime, right? Which means right now KD's in his prime. I think. But you just said it. Bird probably had the best 6-year stretch, a 7-year stretch of any player ever. Accumulative stats and stats, MVP, championships. That's all that pretty much consists of basketball. If you look at the numbers, though, it says that KD anywhere on the floor shoots better than Larry Bird. If you're just looking at I'm not talking about. I would say not from 20 in. Yeah. You know what? Can you put me KD stats? Right here. It's in terms of shooting. Just career stats. Oh, his career stats. Yeah, like just his points per game, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, all that good shit. All right. Let's see here. I'm about to pull it up right now. Because Bird got LeBron numbers. Yeah, he does. Because he has all right, here we go. His regular season stats. He has he's averaging, oh no, that's not right. All right, here we go. He's averaging 27.1 per game. Okay, he got Bird. Field goal percentage, 49%. Bird got him. Rebound 7. Bird got him with 10. Assist 4. Bird got him with 6.3. See what I'm saying? And what's his 3-point? What's his 3-point? I think 30. Let me see here. Durant is 39.
Bird's 38. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get, but if you look at just the percentages from in the paint, 20 feet away, then 3-point.
No, I got you.
Just the percentages.
But I'm talking about just pretty much the overall why I still got Bird. Did you see he barely got him in anything? And if it is, it's like by a point.
Yeah, definitely. But you also got to think Kevin Durant's been on some really stacked teams with big time players that I think his numbers could have been, like, say he was on the Nets.
Not really,
the
no,
Nets team,
because he always was still the first priority for any of those teams.
Yeah, that's true.
He came second fiddle to no one. That's why he left OKC, right? Because the whole balanced issue between him and Russ.
So what about LeBron and Larry Bird?
The thing is this: I put him like up there, and people. That's the beef that I got. Can you understand why I'm beefing? People got him.
I think LeBron's a little closer because when you look at LeBron.
No, what'd you say?
I told you the only reason why I put KD over because I would rather KD on my team, not because I think he's better. I just think he's more unstoppable. That's my take on it. I just think he's more.
You looping up with them guys that I'm talking about. You done forgot about him, man. You done forgot about him, man.
Maybe in a sense, but I did my homework. I've been watching a lot of highlights.
I know, like I know you're gonna do your homework, and I know that you remember watching some of Bird. But I think you done forgot. See, he just happened to be my favorite player of all time, so it never leaves my heart. Well, I loved Bird before Jordan came.
You can't say now. I know you're a Bird fan, but you can't say now. You put Bird stats up to LeBron's. Now you're talking. Now you're really talking because LeBron's got him basically everything.
Yeah, the only thing I would have to give Bird on is the championships, the MVPs of the league, and the heart.
No, not MVP. LeBron got 4.
Bird did 3 in a row.
Yeah, no, LeBron did too, didn't he?
No, never. Not 3 in a row. Nope.
When he was in Cleveland, you sure?
Nope, pretty sure. Yep.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
I think because I remember one point everybody was like, "Oh, we're tired of giving it to LeBron," and they finally gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, but that was still with missing a year here and there. I'm not sure if he got 2 in a row.
I have to check that out.
If I had to bet, I'm pretty sure he does have 2 in a row, but I'm not sure. But I know he haven't had 3 in a row because Bird's the only one to get 3 MVPs in a row.
Jordan didn't even do it?
Nope.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yep.
Definitely didn't know that. But outside of that, as far as the defensive side, LeBron, even though Bird was a great, but if you just look at the numbers,
because Bird can guard a little bit more bigger than LeBron. From that small forward position at 6'9" back then, like honestly,
I seen him even Adams.
All right, let's see. But for that we talked about this before on the podcast. For a few times down the court ain't nothing. I'm talking about all game. He won't guard him all game, but. Remember, Bird had to guard Kareem, AC Green, and James Worthy, and still put up the points he did.
So you're saying you think Bird's a better defensive player than LeBron James?
No, that's how you kind of construe my words, bro. How you gonna try to construe my words?
So, all right, let's make it clear.
I just said that he guards bigger. That's all.
Oh, okay. So LeBron's better defensively.
On the wing, yes. In the paint, no. Bird was great he was great at manipulating the ball, stripping the ball from behind. He was very crafty.
As far as stealing, I think LeBron averages like 1.7 and Bird is like 1.6. I mean, it's right there. They both got the same amount of steals.
I didn't write it down. I'm just talking about the impact. Yeah. The impact of their defense in a game,
It's about the same, I think.
Yeah.
I think you can say it's about the same when it comes to the impact, definitely. Because they make big time plays and key moments.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, right? I don't care if you get a million steals in the first half.
I'll go as far as to say that duo of LeBron and Larry Bird had more big time defensive moments
than Jordan.
And Kobe. And Kobe.
Yeah. See, like Kobe big time games. It wasn't one play. It was I shut him down pretty much for the series, and that was like outside the. You know what I mean?
Dude just wasn't making shots, but he wasn't. Him or Jordan didn't really have key game winning defensive plays. Neither one of them. And they did, it didn't happen much. Like
No,
Bird
no.
and LeBron.
You know, Bird and LeBron's going to try to give you one play that can win that game under 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. Wow,
Whether
this
it's
has
a
been
block,
good.
a
Okay, I
steal,
think
or
we done
just
pushed
like,
time. So I'm just going to say
damn,
this.
you went by that quick?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's been like 20 minutes, bro. I'm going to leave my piece by saying this. I think I got my point across, not to you, but for the listeners, for them young folks that done forgot about Bird. I had time today, and y'all better listen. Go do your own homework. Go watch those games. And don't tell me the game was different. They made the game what it is today. Those boys. Remember, no one besides maybe 2 other teams out the whole 90s won championships besides Bird Magic.
Yeah, you're right.
Bird got 3, Magic got 5. And then you fit in who? The Houston? No, they beat Houston. Who do you fit in? I forget who it was that actually. I know the Pistons got one in the 80s. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it? I want to say, I keep saying Houston, but Burton and Pete them before.
You talking about who else won in the 80s?
Yeah.
Philly won in the 80s, didn't it?
That's who it was. Philly and the Pistons. That was it.
Yep, and that was it. And then it was, so that's 2 years, and then you said
5 for Magic, 3 for Bird.
That's 8, so that's 10 right there.
Yeah, but remember, Bird won 3, but he also lost 1 to Magic. So he made it to 4 of them things.
Yeah, they did. And a lot of people didn't expect Philly to, even though I think Philly, I don't know if they were the favorites that year when they actually did win. But I know they was
because they had just got Moses Malone.
That's right. And they had Mo Cheeks, and that was a great team right there.
Mm-hmm.
Really
right before
anyway,
Barkley came.
Yep. So yeah, my take on Larry Bird is he was one of the all-time, regardless if you want to put him in the top 5, top 7, top 6, Larry Bird is without a doubt one of the greatest NBA players of all time. And I'll go as far as to say, there's not that many there's a lot of great white NBA players. He's definitely hands down the greatest white NBA player, right?
Yeah,
Would you say him, Rick Barry?
Yeah, they haven't created. You got Chris Mullins and stuff but none of them was. Yeah, Bird.
None of them.
I could do a whole subject and I can do a whole segment on I believe he's black, but we're not going there.
Yeah. Oh, and one day I want to do the greatest white NBA players of all time. That'll be a nice little list.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hope it wouldn't come across as racist and people feel bad about it, but
I mean, they're the minority in the sport. Just like if you did the top black players in baseball.
Yeah, I understand that. Which they do sometimes. Yeah,
they do that sometimes. So anyway,
right, let's wrap it up, okay? Don't forget to plug the shirts, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you want to get your shirts, our sports fan, I don't have mine on today, neither does Shawn Mack, but go to www.sportsfansonlyshow. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
you can get those
cat, baby. Yeah.
Painting Cat, SFO shirts. We got all types of stuff on there. You can see them flashing across the screen right now. So go pick up your shirts, mugs, pens, notebooks, and everything like that. So anyway, this is KJ and Shawn Mack.
And wait, what did you say?
I said this is KJ and Shawn.
No, I've been your host, KJ, and that over there, Shawn Mack, maybe.
I fumbled that one. Excuse me. Let's do that again. We got to get that as a takeout.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm your host, KJ, and that over there is Shawn Mack.
And this is Sports Fans Only.